Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Throwback Thursday. Today, we're continuing our string of 90s CCG classics with the Rage, the Werewolf, the Apocalypse, collectible trading card game. So this actually is a CTCG, the collectible trading card game.
Okay. You can collect them and trade them.
Which is amazing.
I appreciate that.
They put them both in. It was SEO. The SEO brain there in 95 was like, let's put them both in. That way we know.
Did you say GeoCities or Geocities?
GeoCities.
Does that you remember that era that was the era of the internet where I feel like that was a relevant question.
Is it like GIF?
Yeah, kind of, but I think that has a definite answer.
GIF? Yeah.
Yeah. Brent Serrato says, I was gifted thousands of these cards. I have boxes of unopened product too. Don't know if I have ever played it. Also wanted to read a comment here that came through. Christy Smith, hi, I recently discovered Marvel Champions in y'all's channel. I'm a native Okie, and that homegrown accent has felt like coming home. I didn't know I had an accent. I thought I sounded very sophisticated.
People watching that aren't from Oklahoma, do we sound like we have an accent? And two, Christy, it sounds like you're not living in Oklahoma anymore. So whereabouts did you end up?
No, I could go there. I mean, when Jonathan and I are talking to our neighbors, we definitely utilize the dialect. I get into the y'alls and the well, betcha kind of stuff. I mean, I get there. Wearing a hat, I got my boots on.
When I go back home, I can tell. When I'm around my mom too much,
yeah,
I start getting a little country.
Too much.
A little country. So Christy asked me a question saying, I've seen a standard 20% discount mentioned on your subscriptions, but some of the Marvel Champions subs are over MSRP. What's the deal? So we recently raised the prices on those because MSRP went up.
Yeah, Asmodee raised the MSRP on everything.
Yeah, so that's just the prices going up because of the cost of apparently materials and shipping and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that recently happened, though. She said she's in D.C. now.
All right. Advocating for all of our well-being, I hope. Tell me about Rage. What do we need to know? Can I open this?
Age of Adam saying there's a little twang there. Really?
Good, yeah. A little twang.
Good to know. I'm a good old boy.
Sometimes I go on down.
Yeah, you can open that. This is Rage. Now, here's what's crazy. This game was published by the White Wolf Game Studio. You probably heard of them.
Yeah.
They known for their role-playing games. And there were literally, I think, 3 different iterations of this game that came out. And there was actually a community, a players committee, for Star Wars CCG, for this game that ran from 2006 to 2017.
That's all. That's over a decade.
Over a decade of producing sets for this game.
Wow.
Specifically.
There's always enough people that like something. That's not true.
Galactus doesn't think we have an accent.
Well, that kind of makes me less... Yeah, so somebody... Who was saying this earlier? These cards are weird.
They are. They're sticky and
Ben Redmond on here. Let's go to the top.
They almost feel like they've been laminated.
So...
look at the shine. Hold on. Look at the shine. I just saw that.
Look at the shine.
Where is it at?
So the one thing I remember about this game was that weird super glossy cards.
How do I...
look at that. Look at this. This is
You see that shine? It's weird how I can only occasionally find the shine.
I feel like my math teacher laminated these.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, give me how does the game work? Tell me everything.
Well, we're werewolves, you see.
Okay.
Let me read this to you.
Okay, give me the flavor.
Welcome to Rage, the collectible trading card game based on the storytelling game Werewolf of the Apocalypse. Each Rage player controls a pack of savage and heroic werewolves called Garou. Garou packs often unite to combat the evil force known as the Worm, but equally often battle one another for the ultimate position of pack dominance. A pack achieves victory by conquering the Worm, by overpowering rival Garou, or by performing heroic tasks.
This is a multiplayer game?
No idea.
Is this one of those around the tables?
Couldn't tell you that. What I can tell you, though, is that the win condition is renown. You gain renown.
Okay. I've played that game before.
You can actually set the renown based on how long you want the game to go. And this is something you saw a lot in the 90s. Middle-earth CCG did this. It's how many points do you want to play to, or how many deck cycles do you want to go through?
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're going to be playing at least this first game with 15 renown.
Set the renown level at 15.
15 is what we're shooting for, okay? Now, defeating your opponent's characters gains you renown equal to their renown stat. So, I'm going to pull up a character. Let's grab Roar of Storms.
That's a character?
Yep.
That sounds like an event.
Let's see if we can get this thing to pop.
A moment. It really sounds...
It's always a test of the system.
There it is.
All right, so in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a 5. That's the renown stat. So if
only barely see that 5, but...
yeah, some of these are questionable. Look at this 2 on Ivan Korda.
Ooh,
Like, what
wow.
is that?
Okay, it's like, wow, awesome. Kind of stylized too, though.
So if you defeat Ivan, you would score 2 points.
Okay.
And you got to get to 15, right? And we have
if you
these
defeat
different-
Roar Storms, you get 5 points.
That's right. Simple as that.
So you kind of capture them as points if you defeat them.
That's right.
Okay.
You score that agenda, so to speak.
Is that all I need to know?
You get renowned for having defeated them.
Right. Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the phases of the game are simple. I'm going to run you through them really quickly, and then we'll go into detail in a second.
Okay.
There's the redraw phase. Now, one of the unique aspects of this game is there's 2 different decks. You have your combat deck and your sept deck. So you can actually divide your deck into combat, sept, and characters are the 3 types of cards that you have. So go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm. Sept. What does that mean in the world of werewolves?
Uh-oh, we got to get out the air horn. Brett saying, Zach and Steven, I have to say, you may both have finally cracked my aversion to collectible card games. I'm a longtime Netrunner player, and I'm about to dip my toes into the Flesh and Blood
Brett.
TCG.
You're going to like it, man.
Amazing game.
Hey, man.
Amazing
like
publisher. And just if you're coming from a non-collectible card game, don't feel like you have to own it all. I'll say that.
Also,
much.
play limited. Play a lot
Sealed
of
and Wrapped
limited.
is phenomenal, yeah.
Okay, what's a sept? What's in the terms of what a werewolf represents? Sept, base root word sept, septic, septic system, sepsit. It's kind of a gross word. So what is it?
I think it's something that happens in the fall. Now, Alex
That's
Becker.
the kind of humor you just can't buy.
Alex Becker, I trust his opinion about our accents, saying most of the time no, but there are definitely some words that pop out with an okay twang.
Okay.
Y'all.
Definitely got that okie
Igor
humor.
is saying werewolves congregate in sept to protect secret places called cairns.
Okay, great. It's cairns. Okay, so cairns are also the stacked stones you see when you're hiking that guide the way. So a sept is a pack of werewolves that have bonded together to protect
A congregation of werewolves. You see. Okay, so the phases go like this. Redraw phase. You can discard as many cards as you want and redraw up to 5 cards from your sept deck.
Okay, so you always refill to 5 and you can ditch whatever you want.
From your main here sept deck.
Okay.
Regeneration phase. So injured characters, which we'll get to that in a little bit, that are capable of regenerating, may remove the damage card with the lowest damage value. So if we look at our combat deck,
this is some of the crazier art that I've seen.
yeah, it's something else. It's me a flesh wound. So look at flesh wound. This is a combat action card. It'll be in your combat deck, which we'll cover in a minute. But it's got this damage 1 stat.
It's kind of gross.
So when you damage something, like let's say this Ivan was out here.
Ivan Korda?
If he gets a flesh wound, you're actually going to attach it to show that he's got 1 damage.
Okay.
And then if he has something that lets him regenerate, you would discard once per round during this regeneration phase the damage card that does the least amount of damage from the character.
Okay, so you heal your most minor wound.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can regenerate, which apparently only very select characters can. Then we get to the phase 3, equip/ally. Equipment, ally, and enemy cards are played at this phase. So if you look at your sept deck,
Draw,
you'll
heal,
see.
play cards,
So you
equipment,
draw,
etc.
heal, then you can play cards. Like I have this Wolf
What's up,
Kinfolk.
Van?
This is an ally, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is when I would play this character. I could play equipment onto characters. During this phase, your characters can trade equipment.
Okay, just
So you can
willy-nilly.
swap stuff around, yeah.
Okay.
Then we get to phase 4, and this will remind you of Vampire a little bit.
Okay.
It's called Moot.
Now, these 2 properties kind of borrowed around and kind of hung out with each other, right?
I think they're in a similar IP lane.
I feel like
Vampires and werewolves.
Werewolf and vampire was always in the same sentence. Did White Wolf do both of them? Do you remember that?
Didn't
Or at any
Chantry,
point?
something Chantry do?
Like Chantry had it for a while, but when I'm like at Gen Con or when I'm like at conventions, it's like the werewolf vampire people are the same people. Is that true or false?
Yes. I mean, it's like
kind of the similar crew
it's like someone
running
being
together.
someone being into horror films.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe you don't like nightmare stuff as much, but like you like that genre.
It's a shared hobby.
It's a genre.
So vampires and werewolves are on the monsters genre.
I don't know what it is.
Humanoid sentient monsters is the kind of the unifying
theme of that.
I guess they're not monsters, right? Misunderstood. Creatures.
That's a good case that you make there. Now let's talk about Kylo Ren for a
Here we
minute.
go. Seraph Rowan got me sorted out here. They're in the same universe. White Wolf did both. I'm crushing it is what is basically being said here. They're in the same universe, World of Darkness RPG line.
Boom.
Also involved Wraiths and Mages, World of Darkness RPGs. Yes, Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf the Apocalypse are both part of the World of Darkness by White Wolf. I knew it just because I'd seen it, not for any other reason. Certainly not cerebrally.
It was just in there.
It was in there.
You knew
Yeah.
it. Okay. Phase 4 is called the moot.
Okay.
Right? Characters can play... characters, not people. Characters can play moot cards.
But they do nothing because they're moot, right?
That's right. It's all moot. Any number of moots can be played.
I'll be here all week.
So you can play any number of moot cards. And now, presumably... Let me see if I can find a moot card here.
Will they say moot on them? What's up, Brian?
So like I have this full moon. Play at the beginning of any turn or to cancel and supersede any gibbous moon just played. Any group can freely enter Krenos form, etc., etc. So let's come back. Let me find a moot card. I'm going to find a moot card.
I got one.
What's it called?
Quoting the litany.
No, yeah, there it is. That's
Renown
definitely it.
1. Play this card during any moot to give a Philodox you control double his renown for 1 vote only.
Okay.
Moot.
Right. So we can go back and forth playing cards. Once all moot cards are played, they are voted on in descending order of each card's renown requirement. So the highest renown is going to get voted on first.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Where is it at? Each character gets to vote equal to their renown.
Their current renown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what happens?
All successful moots take place simultaneously at the end of the moot phase. So we'll vote on one, we'll vote on another, we'll vote on another. All the successful moots pass and happen simultaneously.
I mean, that's awesome, right?
Moot phase happening.
But what happens in a tie? Because with 2 players, I imagine that's going to happen.
So I think the moots are like pass or fail. So like, let me find it.
I like a game where I get to vote.
Yeah,
I like a
agree.
good voting game.
So like Ritual Challenge is renown 2. And I think basically as long as 3 votes happen, it's happening.
What? Oh, so you get votes in it's not just a yay or nay from like the human beings.
And it may be that if you have the most votes for a thing, you get that thing.
Well, I hope we don't have to vote.
We're gonna come back.
Session.
Come back to that. I'm giving you a basic understanding.
Yeah,
so that we get
basic.
the framework.
Yeah. I'm not confused at all.
Then, check this out. We get to the
combat phase.
combat phase, which is where things always get
I'm
crazy.
following along in my little booklet. And
Brian
right,
Weber saying they're pass fail.
and each character gets to vote. Yeah, that's what you said earlier. So it's not me voting. It's like if I have 6 things, they go to the council. I'm like, yeah, we like this.
During the combat, first step is the...
This game is going to be insane.
It is. So
I can already tell that.
during combat, first step is the combat hand redraw.
Okay.
So it's the same rule as earlier. We draw up to 5. Discarding a number, draw up to 5. Except for, instead of drawing from your Sept deck, now you're going to draw from your combat deck. With me?
Okay. Yes. So it's a totally separate kind of phase of the. It's like a total mini game here.
Yeah. Then we're going to select our alpha. So each player selects one of his characters to be the pack alpha. And they simultaneously move their alpha forward. So it's like if I decided that...
Can we pull syntax up for now? Because this art is truly something. Pretty amazing, really. So can we flip that, Bryce? Do you have like a syntax? Let me see how I would actually reference this. I knew you guys talked about this. The 133. Yeah, there he is.
It's on that far right.
The
Krynos versus Hominid.
Krynos versus Hominid. Thank you. Or how about this art? So
It's crazy.
So I'm gonna make this thing the alpha for sure. So I push this up like I'm the pack leader.
It's just clear
kind of
that's the leader of your pack, basically. And then we get to the alpha attacks phase. In order of renown, highest to lowest, each alpha, so there were 5 players at the table, right? We should only have 1 alpha.
Yeah.
Each alpha can make 1 attack or pass and take no attacks this phase. An alpha can automatically attack any other pack's alpha. So you can always attack an alpha. Or anything in the hunting grounds. So another thing that comes out that we put into play earlier during the ally phase, let me find it, is like this, where's an example of it?
Wow.
Our enemies. So like I have this
That's hilarious.
Fomori. So these enemies actually go into a middle lane of the table.
Uh-huh.
And so when your alpha is going, you can actually attack here.
Okay.
So you're trying to score points, not just directly by
So you
killing.
get 4 points if you kill this thing.
That's right. But any player can attack any of the stuff in the middle.
So if I was building a deck, I would create enemies that were easy for me to kill and potentially hard for others.
That would be what you would want to try to do. Yes.
Okay.
So alpha can attack any other alpha. They can attack anything there. And alpha can also call out or challenge any character or ally in play who is not an alpha. However, the called out character has the option to accept or decline. If the challenge is declined, the challenging alpha forfeits their attack for the turn. So literally, if I had this alpha Scar Throat Leech Killer.
Little Wormping Death Skull moment.
My goodness. And you had some character back here that wasn't your alpha. I can be like, I'm going to challenge that character.
Yeah.
And you can say, no,
Yeah.
my attack's gone for the turn. You
So
could
what's
also
the advantage?
Well, if you think you can actually win.
But why would I ever accept the challenge?
Because if you beat me, you're going to score points.
Oh.
If you defeat me.
But you wouldn't challenge me if you thought I could beat you.
Right, but I don't know what's in your hand.
Huh. Well, that seems weird. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in a
There's
second.
no downside for me declining a call out.
No. But
Huh.
here's the thing.
That's not how I grew up.
There is one downside, which we'll get to. So, combat rounds, players can play combat events, etc., from your hand, from your combat deck. Then players select and simultaneously play one combat action card per character involved in the combat. So,
Simultaneous play, I like that.
yeah, that's right.
It's kind of everyone puts one face down and we flip them up at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
And then we flip things over, revealing the Krynos or werewolf battle form. Okay, so they're transforming into werewolves as we go.
Yeah, once they take enough damage, once they hit the rage stat, so like this Scar Throat Leech Killer has a rage 4.
Mm-hmm.
Once he...
That's his Krynos phase. So he starts...
Oh yeah, rage 2.
He starts as a lupus.
So once he hits 2, he actually flips over instead of going away, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
Or it might be vice versa. When we play
yeah. Changing form is the next phase. A character takes damage equal to or greater than the rage. They immediately flip the character's card, revealing the Krynos or werewolf battle form. The injured character's health score equals the health minus the accumulated damage. So your damage doesn't go away when you flip.
Okay.
Dying, if the damage suffered by a character exceeds their health rating, they die. Ending combat, the attacker can retreat at the end of any combat round. Otherwise, the combat ends when one of the following happens.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's dead.
All characters on one side are dead. All characters on one side play escape cards. The attacker runs out of combat cards.
So you have to use combat cards to attack. There's no base attack, it seems.
Yeah. The other thing is, once my phase goes, unless I've retreated, you get to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the start of combat, you discard any unwanted combat cards and draw back up to 5. So participating in, like, if I call you out back here, means you can play combat cards out of your hand to draw new combat cards at the start of your turn. Now, you could just discard them as well.
All right.
But if you don't have a great use of them, but they're kind of useful now, you might have a dinky little character that can do 1 damage to my guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, whatever. You'll
Accept the call out, dump the hand.
Do the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then combat proceeds round by round. Each player playing a combat, etc. At the end of each combat, and then rinse and repeat.
There's so much to these games that were based on role-playing games, like heavily based on role-playing games. Because what's funny is, like, in this little booklet, like the first 4 pages of the game, and then it's all flavor. The breed of the Garu, the tribe of the Gar, there's 13 tribes. The Black Furies, the Bone Gnawers, the Children of Gaia, Fianna, the Get of Fenris, the Glasswalkers, the Red Talons, the Shadow Lords, the Silent Striders, the Silver Fangs, the Stargazers, the Octina, and the Wendigo.
Now, what I don't know is where our characters start.
I'll tell you. Starting a game. Place the characters. Once the renown level of the game has been chosen, players select characters for their packs. Characters' total renown may not exceed their renown, so we choose 15 from our tribe. or our sect or our...
What's the Gnosis stat?
Gnosis generally means knowing, wisdom, that kind of a thing. Like agnostic is not sure if you know. That's what that means. Gnosis is how you play gifts. You know what's funny? You look at this, and then you think, Game of Thrones 2nd Edition was like, man, we need to eliminate a secondary resource because it's just problematic, which they were right about. And I think this game is looking like it has about 17 resources going on, and types of cards.
The fact there's 2 decks is immediately where we're in the good stuff.
we're in the old school, aren't we? Is that a 4 or a 9?
That's a 9.
A 9? Those are 9s.
I have a 9, yeah.
Wow. Mana. Gnosis is mana. All right, so we're going to do Pastor. Zachary Ellison. Oh my god, there's a lot of text on these cards. I'm scared. We're doing 15?
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking both your 9s?
Mm-mm. You can't.
Why not?
That math doesn't check out.
18? Oh yeah, 18 is higher than 15. You wanna go play some blackjack?
I would recommend you not play any blackjack. All right, let's take some characters and stuff. They start and play?
Yeah, and are they all in my pack to start? How do we make a pack? Or are they in my pack?
I think they're in your pack, your wolf pack.
Okay. Oh. I don't feel like I have the right numbers. You're just gonna maximize the numbers?
Yeah, you got it.
5, but I can't. Yeah. Okay. 5. Then I'm not gonna take a 9. Look at this. That's 15 right there.
Now, as far as I know, we're both taking the same turn at the same time.
Well, you're the guy that knows.
Isn't that crazy?
So where's your packs?
I just followed the rule set. You see the little chart, yeah?
Did they tell you to put them in a square like that?
What?
Oh. I feel like they don't want us to have this many characters if the little booklet only has 3 here, right? Victory cards. Okay, hold on. I gotta get this. My Sept deck is supposed to be up here, according to my chart. And then my Septus card will be off the screen. Then my combat deck will be here. Discard off the screen there. I'll make it nice straight lines for my friends out there that have similar tendencies as me. And then characters. How about this? There you go. Look at that. And then victory cards will be down here. Look, we're playing Rage. Rage on. Rage.
Fascinating. Okay. I'm going to walk us through this starting a game thing. 15, set. We play our characters. Great. Separate your deck. We did that and shuffled.
I went bigger. You hear that? You see this comment from Tylen? This game is the alternative that my parents deemed worthy after making me burn all my magic cards that were satanic. And
Really?
You get a free pass on Werewolf,
Crazy.
but no Magic the Gathering? Somebody watched the wrong 2020 episode, let me tell you.
My parents.
Pretty sad, too, because they were probably worth some cash. I burned my 7 black lotuses.
Your Lotus Eye?
All right, do you know at all what you're doing?
No.
Spoiler alert, I got Zach to admit the truth.
Never.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's walk through the phases.
All right. Phase 1.
You're going to start.
Redraw. I think we both take this turn at the same time.
You really think that?
Yes. Because you go by renown on who's going first. It's not about whose turn it is. So we each draw 5 from our Sept deck.
Okay. You know, it's kind of funny they don't tell you that, do they?
That's what I'm saying. It's not assumed. We have assumptions coming in because we played so many games.
Characters have renown. Okay. Certain actions complete is divided into 5.
Ryan's saying
Weird.
it's only turn-based during combat.
Huh. Okay, so we both do the thing.
Yeah, and you technically draw 5 from both decks, ultimately.
So we redraw phase. Oops, too many.
I'm not reading.
Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 cards for my sep deck. And then we go to regeneration, which isn't going to matter.
Yep.
Then we go to the equipment phase, which isn't going to matter. Wait, it might matter. Equipment and ally phase.
Let me see if I even have any.
I have some allies, and I have an equipment.
I have nothing, so go for it.
Okay, let's see what happens now. And equipment cards, ally cards, and enemy cards are played at this time. Characters can also trade equipment. Allies become part of your pack. They can act as alpha, equip, and use gifts. However, they cannot vote in moots. Your allies can't vote. Enemies are placed in the center of the playing area called the hunting grounds and are in no way related to your pack. Okay. So, what do I spend? What are my resources here? Do I just play them out of hand, as desired? Do we have any money to spend or any resources? There's no...
Couldn't tell you. Hold on.
You just play anything you want. I think that's right. No resources. Wow. Wow, man.
Welcome to the jungle.
What? This is going to be a wild ride. Everybody just needs to strap in for this one. This is going to be some sloppy joes. There's nothing stable here.
No, I think it's free.
Okay, it's all free. Therefore,
Ryan says there's only thresholds.
Hamid form, which is their human form. Hamid, human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My Latin course is paying off. All Pentex enemies are considered -2 rage. You got any Pentexes over there? Shadow Lords? Children of Gaia? Okay. Hatred of humans has turned them into a ruthless killing. Oh, I'm in my Krinos. I need to switch to my... Oh. So I've got 2 guys that are wolves that turn into giant wolves.
Into other wolves.
And then I have 1 person that's a human that's turning into a wolf. Well, let's put a 38 special on Syntax in her Hamid form. I can use up to 3 rage combat cards. So watch yourself there. Let's play a wolf spirit. An ally requires Gnosis 4. I've got Gnosis in different area codes there. Philodox lupus or red talons, that seems right. The Gero can call to duty the spirit of a wolf. The wolf may take no action during the turn it is summoned. I'll tap him. Okay, I played stuff. Now we go to the moot phase. You have any moot cards?
No, that's moot.
It's moot. Okay, great. Good. And then we go to the combat phase.
Also, apparently, if you run out of sep deck, it doesn't shuffle back in, but the combat deck does.
Okay. This is your like ever flowing. Okay. Now we have a combat hand. And then select the alpha. Do we do that randomly at the same time?
I'm doing Son of Moonlight. I think we both push it forward at the same time. So I'm not doing this. Ready? 3,
Do you want to put our big
2,
ones out and just
1.
see? Yeah.
We don't have to attack each other. We can just stare at each other and growl.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you. Okay, now now the alpha attacks. In order of renown, what's your renown? Mine is highest. I can make 1 attack or pass.
How do you see that?
I have a 9.
Oh.
I take no attacks this phase. I can attack any other pack's alpha.
Or any character in play, but they can deny you.
See, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you ever...
Maybe you have cards in your hand that make sense. I don't know. Here's. Let me read through this combat section in the back of the book. As mentioned in the quick start rules, combat cards are selected and played simultaneously during each round of combat by all players involved. If more than one character is on a side, the controlling player must decide which character is playing each combat card and which opponent is receiving each combat card. During pack action, it is not necessary for every member of the pack to play a combat card. The bluff. A character can play any combat card of any rage. However, when a character plays a combat card with the rage requirement higher than their rage, the action might not succeed. A combat card higher than a character's rage will take effect only if your opponent also bluffs or your opponent cannot or did not play a card. The bluff is a risky stunt, but allows a character to perform extraordinary combat actions. I guess.
Remember last week when we were playing Wyvern?
I do.
Remember it took like 5 minutes to be playing it
Semi-normal? Yeah.
This is like... This may be the most complex throwback that we've ever done.
Really?
Yeah. I've not really gotten this far through the phases of a game to have no idea how anything works. Like, I feel like I have less understanding of the game since I started like reading about it and explaining it. So let's run through a battle. Let's see how that works.
Well, hold on.
Let's play some combat. I want to attack your main thing.
Hold on.
You got your notes? Are they important?
Now, is my entire pack involved in this fight, no matter what I do?
Alpha attacks. Oh, an alpha can automatically attack any other pack's alpha or anything in the hunting grounds. You can deny a call out.
Alright, that's fine. This is my alpha.
Players have
Combat.
the option of playing any combat events or gifts that affect combat.
But each character can play one.
Then players select and simultaneously play one combat action card per character involved in the combat.
Ryan's saying no unless you have the cards that declare pack actions.
Okay.
And you're attacking me.
Yeah, let's attack you. What does that look like? So then we each put a card down and we flip them up simultaneously. Okay.
Don't forget, if you play higher than your rage, it fails unless I also did it or I don't play a card.
If the card's rage is higher than mine?
Yeah. So like if you have a rage 4 card in your hand,
Yeah.
it's a bluff. If I play something higher than me, we both resolve it. But if I don't, then it fizzles.
Okay, so now this is kind of the moment where like things are kind of whoa, you know? Getting wild. Okay, you know, there's definitely gonna be some bluffy situations here, isn't there? Okay. And damage carries. Yeah, damage carries. Okay. Well,
Now I think we...
ready? Ready to reveal?
Hold on. Select and simultaneously play one combat action per character. So let's do it.
Reveal. Swipe. I'm gonna swipe you.
Swiper,
Rage 2
no
damage
swiping.
to a tough scraping blow that rarely fails to draw blood.
Okay, I'm playing the off-balance attack. Damage 2. The character playing this card plays damage cards at -1 rage for the next round of combat.
Okay, so you can play higher stuff.
Yep.
So I take 2 damage.
So we go boop,
Yeah.
and then...
And you take 2 damage.
But I only have a rage of 2.
That's right, so you flip a dip.
So we flip into the B side of Son of Moonlight.
Son of Moonlight Krynos form.
So now he's at rage 7.
Yikes.
And health 6. After any combat in which a wolf spirit was slain, Son of Moonlight, wolf spirit.
Oh, this is here. I've got a wolf spirit right here.
After any combat in which a wolf spirit was slain, Son of Moonlight may interrupt play and attack whoever killed the wolf.
Oh, that's cool.
I need that card.
You probably have one.
Okay. So then
So
we resolve.
now, the attacker can retreat at the end of any combat round. That's me. Or you.
Oh, hold on. The character's Krynos form resembles the legendary man-wolf of horror films. The Krynos form stands about... Why are we going into detail?
Here's how the game works. The Krynos form stands 10 feet tall. It's based on...
Reversion to... sorry. When a werewolf enters frenzy, she goes berserk. She immediately switches in... So not frenzy. Does anything else happen when I switch?
No, you're just a boss now.
Okay. We'll just...
And I'm the attacker, so only I can retreat. So, like, as long as I'm winning, I'm just going to keep wrecking you. Hope you like getting wrecked.
Alright. So you're going to stay.
I'm still here.
All right, so then we go back up, and I think... Do we both do this at the same time? Can we discard any number of cards?
Surely we don't get to redraw already.
Or do you just keep doing this until you're out of cards?
Yeah, I think we do this till we're out of cards. Yeah. The attacker can undertake the end of any combat round. This is just combat rounds. We keep doing combat rounds. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have another shot here. I mean, so do we just attack each other and see what happens, I guess?
Ready?
Yeah.
I've got Faint. Rage 4, 0 damage. You can immediately play any combat card in response to your opponent's card.
Okay, I played a body blow. 3 rage, damage 3.
Nah, let me look. I'll play a solid blow. In response, 2 damage. So now you're at 4. Which means you're going to rage out.
I'm going to 10 foot tall, blood on the wind, weird form. Gross.
Alright. Let me decide if I want to leave.
All Wendigo in the same pack as me gain +1 rage. I have no Wendigos currently.
I'm at...
8 health. You don't get to leave, right?
Why can't I leave?
You're not the attacker.
I just attacked you.
I think I'm the attacker, though, because I called you out.
Permanently? You're the attacker? I thought it was your first of your round.
I might be the permanent attacker. My renown's always higher, right? Yeah, Ryan says only the attacker gets to retreat.
Okay, well, let's party.
So, I mean, I just like you just attack and start killing. How much health you have left?
2.
Well, that's an easy putt there. Okay, here, how about this? You like that one?
Hold on. All right, I'll play this one. What do you got?
I got 2 damage.
Same here.
A solid blow.
Stinging wound. If your opponent is damaged by this attack, you may play combat cards in the next round at +1 rage.
Okay, I am damaged, but you did.
You score 7.
All right.
He's got to do discard pile.
All right, look at that. You like that? Like losing? Now we're playing rage. How do these attach in a way that's pleasing? Is there any way for this to... I feel like we're taking up 1,000 rooms.
So only the attacker gets to retreat, and if you ever do retreat, then I get my combat phase as the alpha. But you're the alpha because you have the highest number. You see.
Yeah, so I just keep wrecking.
But now you're really damaged, so my little guy is probably gonna be able to beat you up.
Is this really the best way to do this?
I mean, these numbers should be on the bottom here.
That does seem right. Yeah. But I guess meantime, what do we just stack them up? Do you want to just use a die?
Yeah, it's fine.
6 damage.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So then we go to the back at the start of the turn, right?
Yes.
What dictates whether or not something can regen?
Oh, we've gotten into something now, haven't we? We've gotten into something now. You know? Each injured character capable of regeneration. I'm gonna guess this guy looks like he would definitely be capable of regeneration.
Ryan's saying all werewolves regen?
Yeah. So here you go.
So you take 2 away?
Wait, we're going back to the front now?
So we redraw, so you can discard a number of cards. I'm gonna get rid of all of them.
So these are my points here. So, okay. Wait, that was really it? That was the whole thing?
Yeah, not that complex, actually.
Okay. So... Where's the... What's the... have you latched on to any particular thinking about the game? Like what you're supposed to be achieving?
I mean, you clear that or you score 15, you win.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get that.
What you're sending is alpha. I shouldn't have sent my big dog, knowing that you have a bigger
dog.
I need to send something out that can take a hit and do some damage.
That makes sense, because werewolves, it's about who's the bigger dog.
The bigger dog, indeed.
Okay, I'm just going to keep these around and draw. And then, because I'm a werewolf, I can regenerate the lowest damage. So
how much health does that thing have left?
Here, you can put that back in there. I currently have 4 on, 4 off, so I've got 4 damage that I can take.
Okay.
And what's an alpha action?
That is when we're in the combat phase. Your alpha can play that as an action card.
Oh, there are like action cards that say alpha action on them?
I mean, I don't think so. What made you say that?
Ryan said it was shorter because Zach didn't get an alpha action.
That's because, let's say you retreat because you don't want to die.
Yeah.
My alpha's still out here. I get to go as me. But I can only attack alphas. I can challenge something. You can deny it. Or if there were enemies out here for me to slay, then I could just do that.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. All pack members when in Krina's form, within 1 pack totem at a time. The eyes of the user glow a horrifying, baleful red. See, these seem like the cards that are important, these sept cards. When do you play gifts?
You can play gifts during the...
It's during combat?
No.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah, during the equip ally phase.
Okay. My gosh. It's crazy.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
It's really not that crazy.
But are you reading the cards as well?
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to be declaring moots, according to Ryan now. Okay, so let's go. We just redrew, and now we regenerated, and now the equip ally phase. So who plays first in this? Or is it simultaneous?
I think it's simultaneous.
So maybe we just put them all face down.
Because it's redraw, regen, that's all fine. Then equip ally.
Is there any... For the current combat, so this seems like I should be playing this in combat.
Ryan's saying it's simultaneous, which is crazy.
From your pack. Renown to... And a right? The death, okay. So that's just a random thing I can do. Burrow. To escape combat. Cannot be attacked. Until she comes out. The Mendes comes out at the beginning of your extra generation. Okay, we got a burrower there. And we got mind speak. Okay. And we don't know when we can play gifts, just like kind of feel it out.
No, it's during the equip ally phase.
Always?
That's what it says.
Really? Yeah. Oh, it says, and they can act as alpha. Oh, allies can, in some cases, use gifts.
It's crazy there's simultaneous just play cards.
I mean, you got to put them all face down and then reveal them face up
Apparently
at the same
you
time,
don't.
right?
In the equip ally phase, you just play cards.
Just like don't pay attention to your opponent to react
I guess
to
it
them?
doesn't matter.
That seems weird.
But that's fine. I'm playing a wolf kinfolk ally and a cockroach totem.
Nice totem. Nice totem. I'll play a Fenris totem.
I told him.
I told him, hey, listen, here's what I told him. Fenris, pack totem. Get of Fenris. All pack members gain 1 rage when in Krynos form. A pack may not have more than 1 pack totem, so everyone's got 1 plus 1 rage.
Okay. I told him straight.
I told him. Okay. And is there any
Apparently
reason...
there are gifts you can play in any phase, but they will say.
Okay.
This art is incredible.
It says for the current combat, so I assume that that's probably during combat.
Or do you have it in play and then use it?
Well, the rules don't tell us, Zach.
You equip gifts and items to a character.
Okay.
So I assume you would have to attach it to a character, and then during combat, they can use that item.
Sure. All right, we're going to give...
What's it say?
Spotlight is going to get... he doesn't have the Gnosis for it. Hold on.
Oh, Gnosis.
And... Okay. You don't pre-play them. You just have to intuit a lot of stuff. They just don't tell you how this works. The problem with the game so far is that the rules aren't telling me how things work.
At all.
That's my main complaint so far.
Yeah.
Okay, Glancing Blow, combat
So far.
rounds. Let's go alphas. I'm the highest renown thing, but I may not choose that to be my alpha. So you ready? 3, 2, 1. Karaoke. Ready to push a wolf out?
Hold on.
You playing more stuff?
Did it?
Oh, you can't. But we gotta do it simultaneously. Now I know what you're gonna do. I can just go out there with...
Let's go!
Okay, hold on. Let me see. All right, let's put this one out.
She's got a gun?
She's got a gun, man. She can use up to Rage 3 combat cards. And she's Rage 1, so normally she's gonna...
Okay, what's your renown?
2.
Mine's 5. I go first.
Sure, yeah.
Discard any unwanted combat cards and redraw up to 5.
Okay, I don't want that one. I don't know why I would want the ones that just do meager damage. Is there an advantage to them?
Perhaps there are worse. There's also, like, I only have Rage 1.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
So, like...
Okay. I see. So the Rage is probably where the Rage and the damage are... Okay.
All right. I'm first. Ready?
Worm creature? Are you a worm creature?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
Please play a card.
You only have 2 health?
Well, I have Rage 1, so as soon as I take 1, I'll flip. And I have more health over here.
What's your health back there?
Can't tell you.
Why would you even have a health stat if you always flip? On the front side.
Don't know.
What is back there, though? How much health is there? Do I get to know that?
I don't know. It's 5.
Okay, have some of that there.
What do you got?
I've got a off-balance attack.
Look at this art. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Look at dodge.
Wow.
Avoids 1 attack. Choose 1 damage card played this round on the character who has dodged and discard it. So I'm going to discard that.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm dodging it.
You're dodging what?
This attack you just played. Did this. Oh, man.
Nailed it. I believe that for sure.
All right, let's try it again.
All right, here's some more though. Oh wait, hold on. I have other things here. Wait a second. I don't know about all this.
Apparently, you don't know the backside.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you the dark side.
How do you get packs involved? Because there's a lot of things that talk about
Cards,
your pack doing
cards
stuff.
let you wolf pack it up.
Okay, wolf pack attack.
Never turn your back on the wolf pack.
Gaining actions.
I said it recently, but I still firmly believe that one of the biggest things missing from competitive CCG large events is intro songs and walkouts from the competitors.
Can you explain this card to me? Mind speak.
Wild art.
Mm-hmm. When can I play that, and what does it do?
Oh, so if someone has that gift, or maybe you can just play it now. The user, so whatever character is playing the card,
This is mind speak.
telepathically communicate. It's just fluff. The user, so this plus one character can be a pack during the attack or defense. So they can both be involved. They can both play combat cards.
So we get one combat card apiece.
Yeah. But I don't know when you would play Mind Speak. That's my...
I want to play it right now.
Well, I know you do.
I mean, can I not be telepathic suddenly? I don't have to telegraph my telepathy, right? Telegraph telepathy is my record label.
Ryan Rove's saying you can play it now, I think.
Let's play it. It's not a combat card, right? So I'm just playing it as a...
You play it before any combat round.
Okay.
Who are you telepathing with?
Is that a Wendigo? What's a Wendigo? Is it a faction? It's a faction, I think, right? Let's put...
You ever find yourself wondering, what in the world have I stumbled into?
Constantly. Yeah.
I can also imagine, apparently Jonathan, lead designer around these parts, he and a friend bought this game randomly sometime when they were kids. And it was the last card game he bought for like 15 years. And I can imagine trying to learn this without this live chat and in the back of a band bus?
I cannot. I mean, we would have gotten through it somehow.
Eventually.
But I mean, these days I care about the rules and I like have an understanding of the framework of how a game should function. But back then, I think we'd just be winging cards. So I brought my wolf spirit in here with syntax with my mind speak.
Someone's saying draw a card from Mind Speak?
Yeah, and then if something joins me, draw one additional combat card if they enter the combat. So
Jordan Harrison apparently saying the community tried so incredibly hard to revamp the rules to make the game playable and fair. It's just been too difficult.
Yeah.
I can see that. We're going to have a synopsis after this game. Holy smoke-a-roonies.
Okay, and then I get one combat card apiece.
Mm-hmm.
I got the old midnight special for you here. Okay.
All right, flip. I have a glancing blow.
I've got an overextended attack from my wolf spirit. Does 4 damage, and I can't play a combat card next round.
Which doesn't matter, because you're not going to be in the next round.
That's how that works, yeah. Right? Because they go back.
Oof.
And then let's do a grazing wound for 1 damage.
I'm doing 1 to this wolf.
Oh. Can you?
Think so. Why couldn't I?
Is this the alpha? Is that?
But like, I'm at 5 health, so I'm taking 5 and I'm dead. You score 5 more points.
Really? That was that?
Yeah, I only have 5 health.
Right.
All right.
I gotta tell you, man, I feel like playing the high number damage cards on you is working.
It feels like it's working.
You're definitely doing a good job there.
Just discarding the C cards at this point.
We overextended, though. And then my wolf spirit has a damage on it. Is that right? Did you do something to it? Or?
All right, it's right here.
Okay. Wolf back attack.
Wow.
What's a victory point? Is that equal to renown that you've claimed, basically? So I've got 12 here. Wolfpack attack. Okay, I'm going to discard the cards that confuse me and redraw. Man, can you imagine trying to design this game? Like, is this their first set that you got?
Yeah.
And how do you... There's like so many crazy ideas with no like baseline for balance.
I have no idea how this even thought about functioning. The 0.
What? And do I stay formed up once I go up? Once you're up, right? You've evolved into your... Because I have a card that can take me back down.
Yeah. Well, you regen. You regen enough.
So as long as I'm below my rage threshold, I can go back down to human form,
so,
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Requires Theurge or Philodox. What's that mean? Is that a faction? I don't have that. Reclaiming the Stolen. My gosh, that's card is insane.
It physically hurts.
Right, I'm gonna every four hours. It's that again.
Tell me this.
Your turns against.
Is anyone watching now live or later? Leave a comment. Did you play this game? Did you love it? Why did you love it? and watching this, how do you feel about it at this point? Like, what's your thoughts on this game?
You have to really want this one. I mean, this is a want. You have to want this one, man.
I was on the podcast we recorded today, and I don't know what's been going on. Yesterday, the Asher stream was bizarre, honestly. Last week, I think it started. I know what happened. It started last Monday. Marvel.
Yeah.
Just one of the least enjoyable gaming experiences in game. Not because of the outside of the game experience, but the actual in-game experience was just miserable.
Yeah.
And I think it broke me.
I've not been the same.
It broke me in the just like being unwilling to spend my time doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like this is funny to a point.
Well, so apparently if you play the RPG, you're a lot more familiar with the terminology. And you're more connected with the universe, for sure. My problem that I'm running into is there's like there's an opaque screen in front of me where behind I feel like is the point of the game and like the interesting decisions that you should be making, and it's totally obscured. I have no idea what the strategy is. Like even with Wyvern, I was like, all right, well, so basically one thing you're going to be looking for is the position of your dragons and where they can attack. You're going to want to scout out your opponents, hopefully, like traps, landscape cards, whatever those were. And then manage your gold well. And try to keep your big dragons safe. Like that kind of stuff. Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea how to make a decision in this game.
Seriously.
So I'm going to keep making them.
The fog, I'm also going to lose.
Fog of War is high. It's high right now.
I'm going to lose very, like there's no.
Kind of feels like early Doomtown.
Yes. It does.
Where it's just like, and someone would come up to me and say like, dude, listen, Rage is the most strategically deep, satisfying game. It just takes a while for you to like understand what's happening. And I'd be like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And then with Doomtown, it was always that way where it was like, I just can't get past how confusing it is.
Yeah.
From its macro approach.
Ryan apparently making like some good points here, saying the game is way more political and fun in multiplayer.
Yeah, like most of the old ones were, and the vampires the same way.
It's a huge issue that neither of us have drawn enemies. That's a big part of the game. Those things you can attack in the middle. It's not necessarily supposed to just be an alpha slugfest. And you could imagine if my alpha is actually not attacking your alpha, because when I'm going, I get to keep going till I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just get to swing. You're only swinging because I'm swinging at you.
Yeah. So what? You just attack stuff in the middle?
But if any enemies that are out there that I can't clean up, you might get to clean up. And so we're scoring points. If you know that I'm going to have the most renown, right? But like the threat of me putting a big renown character out to go first.
Well, where's the enemies? Here's an enemy. Let's put one out there. Let's put a few out there. Let's see what happens. I want to see what this looks like. Boom. All right, now let's play the game.
All right, let's go through a turn of this.
Let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. Done. Okay. So now we've done the drawing, and now we go to the regeneration phase. So this thing's going to heal again. You can have that back. 2 damage taken. This wolf spirit, I assume, heals as well. So there you go. You can have that back too. You've accomplished almost nothing. Okay.
Cool.
And now we go to the equip ally phase, where we just all play cards at the same time.
Yeah. How does one frenzy, Marcus? Apparently wolf spirit doesn't regen. And I have no idea why.
Is there any indicator or... I'm sure it's in the book somewhere.
What do you mean always frenzy, Marcus? Tyler, we have not played Young Jedi as a throwback yet, but it is on the list and I do own it. It's not a werewolf.
And then apparently, you know, how do we, I guess we have to call a moot? But
You have to play moot cards.
You have to moot cards. I don't have any moot cards. So no moots here. Do you have any equip ally phase stuff to do? Okay. Then we go to the combat phase, divided into 7. So we can redraw our combat hand, which I will be doing this. Is there a worm out there? Does it say worm anywhere?
I don't see worm anywhere.
Okay, I don't need that worm card. And I'll take this out, and let's draw.
Oh, combat cards?
Yeah, combat cards. Yeah. Frenzy's an event you have to play. I don't have any frenzies. Okay, and then on the count of 3, we choose an alpha?
Yeah, sure.
Simultaneously move them to the front. So let's simultaneously point to them.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So like right now, if I was looking to win 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, get to 14, I could just try to kill this thing. So I have higher renown.
You could just swing, but you only have 5 combat actions, right?
Yeah.
So if you waste them all on these guys,
I'm gonna kill this guy.
okay.
Okay, now do you play combat cards on this guy or
No.
what?
That's what I'm saying. You're only playing combat cards when your opponent's attacking because your opponent's attacking you. But if there's enough enemies out here, it's like you can spend your combat cards here.
So they don't attack me back?
Mm-mm.
Not at all? I just dump a hand and get 4 renown?
Yep.
What?
But then your hand's gone and I get to go.
Oh.
So then I can
And then you can
wail on you.
Wail on me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the catch-22, right? If you don't have combat cards, you can't wail on me.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a certain amount of prey out here that we can earn.
Okay, yeah, with it.
Apparently, the opponent plays combat cards for the enemies. Never mind.
Yeah, that was interesting for a second though there. So you play combat cards for this Fomori.
At raids, too.
Are you ready for that?
Sure. A swipe.
A swipe will have a broken limb. Damage 3. If damaged by this attack, the victim plays all combat cards at -2 rage.
So 0 rage.
Yeah, you've got none rage.
You're gonna take 2 damage.
Yeah, and then we'll do 3 there. Next round. All right, let's do 2 damage there.
Oh wait, 0 rage. I'm not playing a card.
That's right.
You got him.
Dead. I win the game.
Done.
I did it. All right, let's do it. We got to give it one more try. I know. We got to shuffle it up. Let's run through it.
I'm not doing this for me.
Let's run through it. Need to get some enemies out. Let's play a real game
I'll
here.
pick a new team.
Play a real game. You have other teams?
I definitely had other options of people.
And then I think these are my cards. These are your cards.
Mm-hmm.
The enemies are mine. Okay. Rage. Ow! This. Keeping my team out. Getting my Fenris back in. Okay. All right.
May God have mercy on your soul.
Half the art of the game apparently says Wayne was making a good pack of werewolves to play. Seems right, yeah. I like my pack so far. Okay. draw 5 sept cards. We draw 5 combat cards, technically, I guess. We don't do that until the combat redraw phase, but I guess you can draw them now. That's a Anesthesia Cat. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Feel that Hulk Hogan energy. Feel that?
I have been defeated.
You feel that?
Uh-huh. I'm in. Let's do it.
Okay.
You're going down.
No, it's you who will go down. I will defeat you with my Krynos. Okay. We've drawn our cards. Now we regenerate. There's no regeneration. Then we do moots. We don't really know how that works, but we need cards before it even matters. And now we play all at once. Play everything that you want to play. But don't look at your opponent. Um, 624, 323. I'm gonna shapeshift Spotlight into a big baddie.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think about that? We're gonna play or pack before combat begins. It's one of the attackers he escaped from. What does that even mean? I don't understand. Here's one pack containing a Silent Strider. What is a Silent Strider? Where does it say that? The player controlling the pack must choose one Silent Strider to send into the hunting grounds till the next phase. If the character returns alive, only one scouting mission can be played. The pack not have more than one. The Silent Strider. I think I turn into the Silent Strider.
Is it in the bottom right of the card?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Look, this is the point of the deck, maybe. This is winner known. The player controlling the pack must choose. Okay, look, I'll do it this way. How about this? Messenger's Fortitude. Oh, it's Gnosis 3 only. Dang it!
Apparently Strider's a tribe.
So maybe I can only play this on a Silent Strider?
Maybe. You have 3 people?
Yeah. 6 and 9. Okay, these cards aren't going to do anything for me then. Over to the combat, we're going to randomly choose an alpha. Can you play any enemies or anything?
Not random, but at will, right?
But yeah, 3, 2, 1, shoot kind of thing. You ready?
Mm-hmm, just looking.
3, 2, 1, shoot. Good bluff there. I would have never picked Wolf Kinfolk. Okay, now I have the highest renown. Ergo, I'm going to look at my combat cards. Ugh. Disgusting. What does aggravated damage mean?
No idea.
Okay. I'm going to go in the same pack as Blood on the Wind, gain +1 rage. Does he count himself? Is he in the same pack as himself? Does the game function like that?
I mean, it seems that it must be true.
Okay.
Aggravated damage doesn't heal.
Great. Yep. And you got a 2 health. He won't flip either, will he? Okay, so she's gonna kill this guy. But I could also call out one of your little weirdos. But that's the thing. Why? You just say no, and then I'm done. All right, I'm gonna attack here.
What do you got?
2.
1.
Yeah. He's laughing now.
Oh, it's 2 points.
That's right.
That was worth it.
This is maybe my favorite game ever on stream.
I hate it. I do not like.
We really try. We really try
man.
so much to give everything a fair shot.
This
This is a struggle.
mechanically.
This is a struggle. I'm sorry if you love Rage. I'm sure there is a ton of people out there that love this game, and you figured it out, and there's a lot of awesome stuff to be found, but the onboarding experience of this game is not good. Moving on.
I feel like I got on a roller coaster, right? And it's click, 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 and then it stops. And then it's like, actually, you're gonna have to push. You're gonna have to push the roller coaster the rest of the way. Is how it feels. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Okay. Done. So now we go back to the start. We redraw any cards that we don't.
None of these.
We don't. Yeah, I don't want any of these either. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then I regenerate this. So job well done. You really told me on that one. And then we go to
Do you
moots
have any
and
stargazers over there?
equipments. I do not. Not as far as I know. I mean, I don't see it. It's not written there. Just Shadow Lord or a Fianna. Did we decide you have to be of the faction that the gift is to play it in the bottom right thing?
I
Like
did,
Balor's Gaze, for instance, says Fianna in the bottom right. Gnosis 5 Fianna. I figure I have to have a Fianna faction.
Probably.
Do you have a Shadow Lord or a Fianna over there?
I have a lupus.
You have a Shadow Lord there. Right there.
Yeah, Shadowland.
'Cause, like,
yeah. Shadow
Aura-
Lord, Children of Gaia.
Aura of Confidence says Shadow Lords. The Shadow Lord gives himself. So these decks are hot garbage, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting gifts from factions that we're not even playing. Oh, but I could be playing them. Wait a minute. And there's a Silent Strider.
You could have made the choice.
So maybe we're supposed to make our decks different based on the starting team we build. Is this a customizable deck building game?
Weird.
Oh, man. Okay.
But I think I have an interesting play.
Okay.
When we decided I can play gifts during the ally phase.
Sure. Yeah, if it looks playable, play on.
Like, Ryan Roper, when do I play Eye of the Cobra?
Let's play it right now. I want to see it. We can play it simultaneously. I won't look.
It says, I want to surprise you.
Okay,
with it.
surprise me. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got one thing I want to play. I'm just going to play it now.
Hey, we just got a very special delivery.
What is it?
Maybe some things that need quality control check.
Oh, good. That's really good news. I hope that's true. I'm going to play a Chimera. Increases my sept hand size by 1.
Check this out.
That's my totem.
Here
I
it
don't know.
is.
I don't have a Stargazer. I probably can't play that, but I don't know.
My Eye of the Cobra. Okay, Gallard, Gnosis 6 is playing it. He's a Gallard. He has Gnosis 6. The Garu, can pull one character from any pack into his own for 1 turn.
Ah. You going to get my blood on the wind?
And then it says, the Charmed Garu and user function as a pack for the purposes of attacking and defending, although no additional pack cards are drawn. This gift can be played at any time before alphas are chosen.
I mean, technically, any time before alphas are chosen is literally any time from the redraw phase to the combat phase.
And technically, it's before alphas are chosen later, too. So,
Technically.
you know,
Yeah.
it's
But
always
I think
before.
they mean once the combat phase starts, but before alphas are chosen.
This is going to be a spicy turn.
Well, yeah, you just took my big dude and you're just going to wham bam me.
Well, no, it's even better than that. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ready for this
Give me-
hot,
what do you
hot
got?
glory?
What do you got? What do you
All
got?
right, let me know when you're done with the ally phase.
Yeah, I'm done. I got nothing.
Ready for the moot phase?
Yeah, sure.
You
Mood
ready-
on,
ready
man.
for the mood?
Yeah, you stole my dude. Now you're mooting me.
Winter Wolf. Renown 6. A successful vote removes any Garu of Renown 6 or higher from play. This Garou is placed in its owner's... Oh, no. I thought I could take that and get rid of it. Never mind. I don't want it.
You place it in my victory pile, I get 9 points?
Yeah. I thought I was literally going to score 9. Like, get rid of your highest cost thing and score 9.
Okay. James Morgan, I appreciate this comment. I went through this exact pain when trying to get into this game last year. Watching you two makes me feel better about buying Hexatome after your video. Okay, so you took my big dude. Let's declare alphas. 3, 2, 1, alpha.
These are in a pack, though, so they get to hang out together.
Okay. Good job, Syntax. Good luck. I hope you get it. Now go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Combat phase. How much rage do I have? 1 rage? Well, you got a flesh wound coming, man.
I made a flesh wound.
Wait, why do I only have 5? I need to redraw. Can I discard before I draw?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna discard 2, draw 2.
I'm making a big hand for Spotlight, basically.
Okay, so let's play that moot card anyway. This is a good recommendation. So it's renown 6. We'll walk through a moot. Characters can play moot cards. Any number of moots can be called. Once all moots are played, they're voted on in descending order of each card's renown requirement. So 6 requirement.
I have no moots.
I'm gonna
pass my moot.
I'm gonna vote all in. So I'm gonna score this, and I'm gonna get rid of this Running Creek to score 3 points.
Okay, yeah. It seems good. And then do you get renown 6 off of that too? For winning the moot?
I don't think so. I think that's how much renown you have to have.
Okay.
Yeah, then we go to combat, and we're going to go here.
Just curious, what happens if I bluff?
If I don't bluff, then your card fizzles.
Okay. Just curious. Asking for a friend. Oh, it has to be a 6 or higher. No. That's to call the moot. Yeah, you're fine. Removes any guard of renown 6 or higher from play. So this is a problem for you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not doing that at all.
Yeah, don't. We saw a moot, though. I feel good about that.
All right.
Okay, Revealies, 3, 2, 1. Rambuda. I didn't have a card I could play, so I played that one.
4 damage. That was a crazy card.
Yeah, it's great. Rage 10, though. Almost nobody can receive an entrail rend and walk away from it. It's called entrail rend. You rend their entrails. It's disgusting.
How much health you got?
4.
You're dead.
Yep. But I have a response.
No, you're doing that to me.
Gathering for the departed. The rite is enacted to honor the recently deceased. It must be called immediately after the death of any Garou from your pack. The departed Garou's heroics are sung and howled in praise. You gain 1 victory point. I didn't know really how to mark that. It says renown 2, but I gain 1 victory point.
You want to put it in your victory display? We'll figure it out.
There's not even a number on it, though.
Okay. End of the round.
Yeah.
You get that back.
Okay. This feels better. Discard these cards and draw, and I get +1 hand size for my Chimera totem. Ooh, cat feet. What's a Philodox? Is that a faction? Do you have anything that says Philodox over there? Philodox? Philodo? Philodo? That's hilarious. There he is. You got that guy.
Yeah. Ivan Corda.
Okay. Heals the lowest damage card from the target of this gift up to a damage forward. Oh. Thirge, Children of Gaia. Do you want to just ignore all the faction stuff? Like, clearly it would work better if these were actually built decks. Let's just play the cards and resolve the text.
I'm going to play a Fomori.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm going to play a Griffin. Pack Totem. Any member may freely shift into Krynos form. All pack members act at Gnosis -1. A pack may not have more than 1 totem. so I can switch to my Bugatti form.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that everywhere.
That seems right. Yeah, that seems good. Wow, you got some cool looking wolves over there. Roar of Storms.
I like Scarthroat Least Nuclear.
You're looking cool. What's up? Okay, and then we've got this, and then we've got this on himself. The rate of the current comedy is agile, although enough to dodge all strikes, and the character can only play combat cards of Rage 1 when this gives it an effect. Okay, okay, cool.
Aaron H says, I ordered a huge box of Wyvern off of eBay, and I can't wait to play. What are the chances of TC getting involved in the reboot?
We'd love to.
I mean,
just need to have the right people reach out.
Yeah, it depends on a lot of stuff. Gonna have to see it. Gonna have to be confident in the publisher, and philosophically be on the same, generally on the same page. But I really dug that system. I would love to see that game come back, and would be happy to help.
Okay, are you ready to pick alphas and stuff? Wait, yeah. To Philodox, any moot to give a Philodox. Okay, I got it. I understand you. Card. You ready to choose alphas and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
Need to play anything else?
I'm ready.
All right, then I have a Rite of Glory. Played on one of my characters before alphas are chosen. Spotlight is an enemy. Immediately enters the hunting grounds. If I survive the combat phase, then I return with +1 rage and +1 renown.
Alright. I'm picking this guy.
And then I pick this as my alpha. And then I have higher renown, therefore I get to choose things.
What are you attacking?
I'm going to attack that... Do I know what these cards are when I'm here? How much health you have? You got 5 health. Gnosis man over there. Oh.
Brent says, what are the chances of TC getting involved in a Rage reboot? And in the parentheses, 0%. Jordan Harrison, -100%.
You don't want us involved in that. This is just not our game. Not our style of game. I need more damage points.
Aha!
Hold on.
I'm about to get the Dunkaroosker.
Let's go here. I want to fight this thing.
Alright.
Okay. Uh-huh. Let's go.
Alright, what do you got?
Faint.
Dodge. Avoids 1 attack.
Get fainted.
You only have 3 rage.
What?
It's a rage 4.
Oh, no. I thought he was like big rage.
Doesn't matter, it fizzles anyway.
Oh, I was thinking, yeah.
Because I dodged it. Alright.
If your feint is a bluff and your opponent's card is not, you may not play another card. Oh, it means I can't play a combat card in response. Okay, fair enough. It kind of still worked as a feint, though, didn't it? Now, hold on, but my plans are all bad now. I'm supposed to be a rage 4. Alright. Don't worry about anything that's happened. Maybe we just make this guy that, and then we do this kind of a situation. We just kind of
restart?
We just kind of want to look at that, just kind of see. Okay, no, that's fine. All right, we tried our best. We don't have enough rage.
You can swap with that. It doesn't really matter.
Well, then you would be the main guy though, going first, and then everything changes.
Oh, I would be, wouldn't I?
Let's do that though. Let's do it. Maybe you kill me.
All right, let's put this back then.
Yeah. Now we got a feint on a feint. Okay, so now you're the renowned guy. You're the cool renowned guy over there on that side of town. You're a cool,
right,
you're a cool
we're gonna
renowned
attack
guy
him.
over there.
I'm not letting that happen.
You're attacking Blood on the Wind, my big wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Do I have to play a card?
No.
If I don't play a card, can I play into the next round?
I have no idea.
Of course. I mean, I knew that when I was asking it, honestly. It was 100% chance that was not known. It doesn't tell us. Therefore, I'm not going to play a card.
All right.
I really just want you
Smart
to...
choice. I wasted dodge.
Okay.
We're going to keep going.
Yeah. I just want you to... I just want you to pump me up. So, do 3 damage as quickly as you can, please. So I can play these cards. Pulling it back? What do you mean, Ryan? You can't pull a card back. Oh, like doing this? Like, okay, no, I don't want to do that.
Alright, I want to attack here now.
Oh, wait, he applies to himself, apparently. +1 rage to all things in his pack, which is him. He's in this pack. Alright, so get ready to get wrecked. Coming for you, bun.
I'm over here now.
Oh, how does that work?
Every time I'm declaring, I get to declare what I'm attacking.
Really? In the hunting grounds?
I think so.
Wow.
Right? Nope, can't do that.
Okay.
It's got to be here.
Yeah. We're in death combat. 1-on-1. Wolf on wolf.
I'm going to retreat.
Mono a wolfo.
I'm out.
You're out. All right. This guy's going to come back with a right of glory.
You're alpha now, though, so you get to attack this
Oh, right. You're right. I do.
Fomori.
Fomori on. All right. Combat. Combat is here. You got any plays?
No.
I wasted a feint. What does it say? I can immediately play any combat card in response to my opponent's card, but he didn't play one. So yeah, I feinted nothing. How about that one?
Okay.
Block and strike.
Block. Reduce the damage of anyone attacked by 4 points.
I'm not playing one.
Alright.
We're gonna run them out. How many cards you got?
Well, this is my other.
Oh, okay.
What do you got?
Block.
2.
Ha ha! I've got a fur gnarl.
I got a body blow. 3 damage.
Gross. That's horrible.
Eat these biscuits.
You get a 2 aggravated. How about that? And then I take 3? Wow, you out bluffed my blocks. Okay, I better not take one more. Let's go, another round. Damage 1.
Mine was a bluff.
Yeah. So telling blow, check this out. I'm so good at this game. If it immediately kills your opponent, place it in my victory pile for 3 victory points. I'm at 10.
And then you're going to heal this.
And then next round I will heal that. That's correct.
Stop it! Nothing.
We've detonated the bomb. There is nothing left. That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I want none of these.
Okay.
How many points are you at?
10.
I'll finish.
Okay. All right. I guess my 9 renowned wolf will come back here and be good.
As soon as I realized that only one of those was going to stick, I was just like, it's going to heal it. I did nothing this round.
Nothing. You did nothing. Nothing. Okay.
You have any allies over there?
No, I don't. And I do have +1 hand size, though. Look at me go. The gifts are really the question mark for me. I still don't really know when to play these cards. It's like, shouldn't there be a gift phase? The game functions in all these different phases, but then the gifts, you kind of just YOLO out there.
Either don't know how to play or don't understand their value.
Yeah. Okay, you ready to 3, 2, 1...
play stuff?
Yeah.
I have nothing to play.
I also have nothing to play. Ergo, time for alphas? There's no enemies, huh? You didn't play an enemy or anything?
Don't have any.
All right, you ready for alpha time?
Yeah. Ready? 3?
Hold on, no, I gotta play something. Let's play this. No. Yeah. Nope. Yep. Okay. Everything's fine. Yep, ready. This is the big one.
If you score this, you win.
Yeah, right. If I score about anything, I think I win at this point. You know? Indigo, I don't think so, right? So we did the redraw, and then we healed the damage here, and then there's the ally equipment, but I only have these gifts in this event, where reclaiming the stolen. I only play this if I've had an item stolen from the Garu.
I've had that so many times.
And it can defeat the new owner or otherwise reclaim the stolen property, and it's worth 2 victory points. And the art is just delightful. A little wolf dance with a little potion.
I draw that card a lot.
Okay. I'm going to choose to attack your Roar of Storms. You ready for that?
Yes.
Defending characters begins combat. This is not a defending character, right?
Marcus, I've been discarding my entire hand every turn to try to find cards that are playable.
Oh, at the beginning of the combat. Yeah, I was out and I had none cards.
How privileged.
Yeah, right. Here, I'm going to play this now. I don't know when to play this, but Mind Speak. Let's put this in there.
I speak.
For the current turn. Is that the whole thing?
I don't know.
I think it's the whole thing. Draw 1 card. Victory Party. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay. How about range +1? 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready? We got essentially a bluff here. Doesn't much matter.
Faint.
Stinging Wound.
Faint it.
You want to play a combat card in response?
I'm going to play Shield Mate.
Wait, this still hits, right? You just get to play something
hold on.
there?
I play. Play when one of your characters is attacked. One pack mate joins your character in combat as a shield mate. You choose whether your opponent's damage cards are played on the defender or his shield mate.
Okay, cool. Who's your shield mate?
Scar Throat Leeched Killer.
Okay.
What's that do?
2 damage and plus play combat cards for +1 rage.
Here.
So you get puffed up by it. You don't like it.
He's already flipped.
Yeah, Stinging Wound. So you take 2 and then you can play extra rage cards. Okay, next turn. Do I decide who I'm attacking here?
So you decide, but I have the shield mate.
And I can't decide to attack that.
That's
thing.
right.
You just push damage.
It's my
on it.
protector.
Okay. Simultaneous flippers.
Kneecapper.
And you're attacking this person?
Mm-hmm.
You have to, right? Probably.
I think they're packed up, though, so I can attack either one.
Okay.
But I am attacking there.
All right. You got me.
So I'll assign the 1/1 here as my shield mate. And
yeah.
That one will come here.
There you go. You get -2 rage.
Okay. And then you get 3 damage. And you're -1 rage for the next combat round.
Okay. And then it's over to me, yeah? Over to me, I'm gonna retreat.
Apparently Shieldmate's a combat event. This card I played, so I have no idea when it gets played.
Let's consult the rulebook. It says... The call that character, combat. Okay, as combat begins, players have the option of playing any combat events or gifts that affect combat. There we go. Critical line, we missed it. All right, I retreated.
Then I can't do anything.
Right, I think that's right.
All right. End of the round.
You can call somebody out, I'll just decline it. Okay, and then we go back into the top, we discard anything we don't like. Okay, Philodox, Stargazers, that's not me. Reclaiming the Stolen, no. Cat Feet, no. 3, 4. What's a Frenzy? We just can't. We can't get into that now. I have no idea what it is, and I can't know it. Regenerate this. There you go. You can have that back.
I guess I regenerate.
Yeah. We accomplished very little, really. I'm gonna play a Flame Spirit.
Those are yours.
And again, there's certain like requirements on all these cards, but these decks are so poorly built that like we're not gonna waste time with that. That's a deck building thing, and these are clearly just thrown together starters. I'll play a Nature Boon on Spotlight here. Reduce gifts by 2. Spotlight's playing. I can send any Garu with a lower Gnosis than my own into Frenzy. So we could do that. But we don't.
Apparently Frenzy lets you draw a bunch of cards and fight past your death somehow.
Is that in the book?
That's what the chat told me. Might be in the... There's a glossary at the very back.
There's a lot of stuff, actually. Rage... They're designed to be let out in a T formation. So you're supposed to play gift rights on the left side. Oh, because they want the art. That's exactly what they're wanting to do with this.
Hilarious. Instead of the text.
Yeah, it's great. Gift and right are supposed to be on the left. Equipment are supposed to be on the right.
That does look cool.
It looks awesome, actually. Come to think of it. Where's didn't I just do equipment? Nature Boon or whatever?
Nature Boon Pickens.
I want to get some equipment. I want to deck one out here. Oh man. Equipment. Yeah, look, this is how it's supposed to look.
It looks cool.
That's awesome.
It looks great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just can't play the game because can't read it. That's the biggest problem, really. You can't read it is the issue. Fringes 5 pages from the back of the rulebook. Okay.
Consult the compendium.
Frenzy. When you enter Frenzy, you go Berserk. You immediately switch into Krynos form if you aren't already there. Draw a number of additional cards equal to Rage. These become the character's Frenzy hand, are only usable by the character in Frenzy. Comment that continues until either the Frenzy character is out of playable cards or one side of the other plays an escape card. An attacker cannot withdraw from a combat in which a character is frenzied. When a combat involving one or more frenzy characters ends, all cards remaining are discarded. Character in Frenzy will not die immediately if her wounds exceed her health. She will continue to fight until she dies. Either the combat or her frenzy ends. Only then will she die. This is absolutely busted. Okay. Then,
It's basically a Super Saiyan, and then you're going to die that turn, but you're going to clear me out.
you ready to go Alpha?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get rid of these.
At the start of the thing, I'm going to... The user may send... Okay, let's do... Wait, can I cast a spell if I'm not the alpha, right? Let's do it like this. And then I'm going to play Song of Rage. The Blood on the Wind is going to sing a Song of Rage. May send any Garu with a lower gnosis than her own, which is 9, into a frenzy. Frenzy Spotlight.
What's that mean?
So I draw 6 combat cards equal to my rage, and then we fight. And then I think I still have normal combat cards also. Do I also get to play from my normal combat cards? Start of the combat. Okay, combat has begun. You ready? My gosh. Okay, now, here you go. How about this? Here's my cards to play from.
I'm ready.
You have to have an escape card. Do you have an escape card?
What do you mean?
It should say escape on it.
Why do I have to have an escape card?
Otherwise, you can't escape until I die or run out of cards, which I just won't.
You die at the end of this no matter what, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's start it out here. Swipe.
Dodge.
You did it. Grazing wound.
Block.
You blocked it. Kneecapper.
Run like hell.
Is that an escape card?
When played on one of your packs, she immediately flees, exiting combat. Character cannot participate in moot voting until she is engaged in combat with the foe she ran from. This effect takes place after your opponent's combat card is resolved. So you hit me with this card.
Yeah, you get hit for 2 and
then regen it. I'm out.
then what happens?
I ran from combat.
Okay, you escaped. Okay, the combat ends, so that's the end of that.
And your character goes crazy?
No, nothing happens. Just the combat ends.
I thought something about Frenzy made that happen.
It will only the combat with Frenzy doesn't end until the combat ends because you escape or you die. That's
But I thought something happened to you as a negative consequence.
Well, I thought that too because I would feel like that's a balancing mechanic. She will continue to fight until either the combat or her frenzy ends.
Ryan's saying nothing happens.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Huh.
Okay.
Then regen.
Regen and back up we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Get that out of there. I've got 10 points. That's
Chad, why did you say you hope we're not streaming on Twitch?
3.
Because we are.
4, 5. Oh, right. Because didn't they have that big leak, that big data leak or whatever? They leaked all the stuff. You can log into our Twitch, I guess, if you wanted. I mean, what are you going to do? Stream something? Okay. Let's play a 38 special. Can't play that. Play a Wolf Spirit. Okay. This is meant to be multiplayer, just straight up. That's all there is to it.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. It's supposed to be political and interesting and role-playing-y. It's not a head-to-head, like, rules-based card game. It isn't. Okay, then we go to the equipments and stuff. I have none to play. You have any to play?
No.
Trait takes the form of a moot. Can it be built to own the cairn? I declare a moot. Cairn building. Select a player to own the cairn, me. This player gains 4 victory points if the moot passes. For the remainder of the game, any creatures in the hunting grounds will be at +2 rage when fighting members of the controlling player's pack. So I have the cairn. I'm going to vote 13 yes. How much you got?
15?
Uh-oh. It fails. Declaring alphas?
This one. I'm going to give you a chance.
Okay. Blood on the Wind versus Roar of Storms. Then we can discard any combat cards we don't want.
I'll see the ones that don't do anything well. Lanky says, will Christ Protocol ever be played on here again? Finish any more painting. I still haven't painted since I got my Invisalign.
Man, it's just the story of miniatures games, isn't it?
Yeah. It's almost painting season again, though. Winter is a way better painting season. But I've also been getting out and playing in big tournaments again, so there's less time for that kind of thing.
Okay. Now we do the fighties. You ready? You ready?
Yeah. No, not that one.
You know, are you gonna put? You know, it's a classical Star Wars LCG nonsense. Are you playing the twist or not? I'm just supposed to feel that out, right?
I guess so.
Just feel it in your face.
Listen to your heart.
Listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm. Rhythm of the street. It's a simple message.
Oh, it gets worse.
And it comes from the heart. What?
Nothing.
Are you gonna dodge or not? Just tell me.
What's dodge? Like neon? Dodge neon?
You're just something, aren't you?
Is there a game where you get to be a troll?
Here we go. I'm gonna try to do a big damage. I don't think you dodged at all.
Critical blow.
Critical blow.
Cannot be blocked or healed until the end of the turn.
Fernarl is aggravated. Can't be healed.
All right.
2/2. Trade him up. Wait, am I not? I'm not even big yet.
No, that's what I said. It gets worse.
You're not supposed to look at the back of my cards.
I knew.
It's not allowed.
What do you get?
Dodge.
Oh, there goes that one.
Playing him like a slot machine. About 3 damage there.
2.
You dead?
I'm dead. You score 5.
That's right.
Game over.
Game over, man.
We need to zoom out and talk about this.
Game over.
I have thoughts.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just the classic problematic starter rules that are just all over the place. Chunky RPG based.
I mean, it's 90s
political
RPG based
game that we're playing 1v1 with bad starters and
yes.
tiny rule book.
So we are playing with random bad starters we've never played. All the terminology is not familiar to us. The IP/lore is also something I'm not familiar with at all.
Right.
So like at least in the like Middle Earth CCG case, I'm like fascinated by the art and the lore. And so like I'm willing to go through a lot of hoops to mimic that. But I do feel like that mechanically, this game is designed by people that it would be like a card game designed by people that don't play card games.
Yeah, well, it's not playing like what we now understand as what a card game
and of course
is,
we're going back 25, 30 years when there wasn't precedent.
When was this?
95.
Wait, that's how long ago is that?
26 years.
Wow, that's a real wake up call. That's 26 years ago.
Yeah.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah, Magic is
26 years. That's crazy. Yeah, so I thought 90s was it's still fairly recent. God, I just keep getting older, and the 90s stay in the same place.
No, we have people that work here that are younger than this game.
That's funny.
So I don't. It's just got the classic things about 90s card games that I typically don't like, which is like there's the turn structure, like the fact that we just both play cards. And you can imagine the reason that it's built that way. I think this is absolutely built to be a multiplayer game. First and foremost, that's
Vampire, right? Vampire was kind of a struggle for us too. Both of these games, and
at least Vampire to me felt more like
There's
a
more
structured
game.
rule set.
Yeah, there was more structure to it. For sure.
But you can imagine if there's 8 players at the table playing this game, and then it's like, hey, we are not going to go to player by player to play cards.
Yeah.
Like, just play your stuff and play the stuff out to the middle, and we're going to kind of like werewolf around.
And we're just gonna like figure it out.
Yeah.
As we go.
So I think the bad starters and then the fact that we're not playing multiplayer hurt our perception. But even just fundamentally, mechanically, not in super, like Wyvern was at least mechanically interesting to me.
Yeah.
I got the system. I
so
could figure
too.
out how to navigate
Yeah.
it. The lore, I like dragons better than werewolves. So like, but barely any lore mattered. So that was around the same time. But yeah, just ultimately, just such low interest for me.
Yeah. So a Wyvern's actually a pretty good comparison. Wyvern, we still don't know. It actually felt like a game.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight up. It felt like a game. This feels like the ability to do a role-playing political sit at the table situation with less buy-in from a GM or players. And it's just a way to drive action around a table in an interesting way. But like, it's not really that gamey of a game. It's just a way to tell us an interesting story that doesn't necessarily have to be structured and laid out all nice and neat for everybody. I just don't think that was the concern.
Yeah.
I think it was like, hey, can we have like a werewolf style role-playing experience with cards? Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that our experience with card games is getting in the way of us playing this as well. Even the fact that it didn't specifically state that we're simultaneously taking a turn.
Yeah.
There's an assumption there that we have from 20 plus years of playing card games.
That we'd pass turns back and forth.
That it's like, oh, you're the active player, so you're doing. Are we both doing this, and how does it function? And there's a lot of weird stuff. Even reading the rules, which I read through before we started. I made notes. We walked through it here on the thing, and still unclear about when to play certain types of cards. You have 2 different decks. You have a hand being built by 2 different kinds of. It's like there's a lot of weird nuance, and then you have the words that are like specific, and the way the cards are written is more story based, which is. You know, you can try to get away with that, but like that can be confusing.
Do you get to choose the cards in your combat deck? Any
I
idea on
assume
that?
so.
Or is it everyone have the same combat deck?
I would bet you get a pick.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
That's kind of...
Choose your characters, choose your combat deck, choose your... Like, I also, in my SEP deck, it was mostly unplayable cards.
Almost all unplayable.
So I didn't feel like I was playing a game.
Yeah, right. That probably has a lot to do with it. If I actually was able to sit down with a faction and...
How many enemies were in your deck?
Decide on a win condition, that'd be way more fulfilling. Enemies. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 enemies. 4 enemies.
I have none.
You have no enemies in there. There are no enemies in your deck. That's so weird. Man, these starter decks...
The greatest sin of the 90s.
The thing is, it doesn't seem... Was it a limitation at printing? That's like, hey, all we can do is randomly put these in. Like, we cannot decide what's in here.
I literally think that it was less a decision and more this is just how it is. It was like, oh, it's a collectible game. We need to make everything collectible about it. So the starters are going to have things in it. Who knows what you're going to get.
I mean, people weren't like... It doesn't take some great feat of intellect to say, like, hey, maybe our starter deck should play in a way that demonstrates the game well. Like, that's not like, oh, we grew out of that thinking finally in the late 90s, 2000s. So why wasn't anybody thinking that now? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I got a D&D box in there.
Pokemon was fixed. I remember those early Pokemon starters. You remember that? It'd be like the fire starter or the water starter. And it was like, there's a fixed set of cards that they're giving you to play Pokemon with.
Yeah.
That's how I started playing.
So that was 94, right?
96.
96? Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Like,
people didn't suddenly start thinking, hey, it would be a good idea to have starter decks that actually work. Like in the 96, it was like, oh, we had a Revelation.
Yeah, that's the video game.
I love that video game. Even, that's what I'm saying, the D&D box I've got has a better intro, basic concept
Yeah.
That just doesn't seem. It seems so
96.
strange that everybody. The fact that nobody was doing it well on the starters makes me think that it was a problem with manufacturing. They couldn't actually get them collated correctly or something. That's usually how those kind of things come up, but maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird. All right.
So I'm curious for people that played it back in the day. Like, did you just buy a starter like this and play? Because that's the craziest thing to me is like, you have to know how to play to build a deck, but you have to build a deck before you can experience the actual game.
I think that's usually how it was.
That's
wild.
That's
what I mean. Like, that doesn't seem like, as far as the way to do it, that isn't really how that should go. But that is, so many games did it that way.
Apparently Magic took years to have playable starters.
Huh. I feel like the BattleTech starters we played with were great.
Yeah, that was fine.
But this is also the other thing, though, is that there are games that are playing so heavily into faction-locked cards and effects that if you go totally random, you have all this faction stuff that isn't working with itself. With BattleTech, it's all just mechs, and you can buff your mechs with stuff.
Well, and like systematically, it depends on how you're. That's why I think Wyvern was working for us. Is like there's no factions. Step one. Step two is the specificity of certain cards was lower. Mm-hmm. So like I had that same card you have, which is like when something gets stolen from you.
Yeah.
Play it, and it's like that only matters if my opponent has a card that steals something.
Right.
Ultimately, and that never happened. No one stole anything. So that's basically just a blank card.
Yeah.
But in like BattleTech, there's not a lot of cards that are that specific.
Yeah.
You have mechs that are playable and they can always fight.
And they shoot stuff.
And you have resources.
Yeah.
And then you have events that usually add or subtract from damage in some way.
Yeah. So a lot of this is just so specific, and that's how you achieve flavor a lot of the ways.
Yeah, but
theme and flavor, but then it does lead to randomization being a real problem.
I also think that we're talking about BattleTech, but Richard Garfield, the designer of Magic and BattleTech and Netrunner, is like a systems savant.
Yeah.
So like his games are built on systems.
That's true. Yeah.
And this one, to me, it's like there is a rule system and structure, but like the mere fact that we just simultaneously play cards and we simultaneously pick alphas, like that doesn't work. That's fine in this game if that's what you're trying to the feel you're creating, right?
Sure. But to that point, I think like, and this is where Magic and those card games come from, is they start with a base system and then they build up from there. And this very much felt like, there was a recent game that we played that did this, where you kind of start asking the questions like, what does everything a werewolf needs to do? And it's like, well, it's really important that, there's this alpha mechanic. It's really important that there's a pack that can hunt together. It's important there's hunting grounds in the middle. It's important that there's cairns. It's important that they have these gifts that we need to express. So you bring in all of these concepts from the role-playing game, and you're like, we need all of this to be expressed in a card game. And so you're not starting with a baseline system that's saying this is how we're going to manage action. You're basically starting with, here's the 20 things a system needs to do. So now let's piece that together. So it does, like, a lot of these games, especially the ones that are converted from existing IPs, feel a lot more like, here's all these concepts, let's try to fit them all together, versus like, here's just a basic system for how to create a play experience and play cards, and then let's try to add theme to that as we go. And you can see how that plays out. I mean, you absolutely see how that plays out, and I think that's to your point. Garfield a lot of times is designing from the bottom, like, I have a concept for a mechanical game that would be interesting. Let's go shop that around and see if there's an IP that would work for it.
Now, he also did Vampire.
But Vampire felt stronger than this.
Systematically.
Yes, systematically felt
it was
stronger.
dense, which a lot, early on, especially, a lot of people complained that Magic was too simple, which still happens. But Vampire was kind of the other end of the spectrum for him, which is like, it was a dense game, but I at least felt like I knew where I was going the whole time.
It felt like the structure and the turns and stuff were very clearly defined. I felt that way too. Yeah, I kind of understood that. 100%. Well,
Link, you're at Ash's update. The delays. Expect delays. Yeah, that was the latest updates. There was also something that came through.
Did Plaid post anything about that?
I think they posted, like, at this point, basically expect December-ish.
Okay.
for the expansions, which is a bummer. Sergio saying, "Hey, I just received my parcel with the UK shipment. It was super quick. Ordered
Awesome,
on the 5th.
Sergio. That's great.
He does say, I have some feedback. What's the best way to contact you about it? So probably in the Discord channel.
That's fine.
If
Yeah.
you want to post in there, we can talk about it, or you can send it along in the contact form on the website. If you want to go that route, we'll see it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Indigo saying, I'm going to put this up as a botched first attempt. I think if we had real decks with enemies, we would like it more. I think that's true. Definitely. But we didn't.
Yeah.
And that's what they gave us.
So you never know. We're going to be streaming for a long time. We won't revisit this one for a while. We have a long list of games that I'm going to try to hit first. But I'm not opposed to, especially like if I know Ryan, someone that I see at events, plays this game. So if I play this at some point with constructed decks and I'm like, yeah, that's more interesting.
Yeah.
Then we might borrow some and play it some years from now.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's see. What's on the docket? What's next week? Do we have a next week throwback?
We're not throwing back next week. I don't think.
Are we throwing forward?
I don't think we're doing anything.
Okay.
We'll talk about that.
What's the next one on the list? Anything tasty coming up? You remember?
I think tasty is one word for it. Highlander CCG.
Highlander coming up, okay.
And then Tomb Raider CCG.
Ooh.
And then we're going back to Star Wars CCG.
Deep cuts. Okay, then back to Star Wars. Awesome. All right, well, hey, thank you, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you when we see you. Hopefully, not next week.